Keane, mate, I'm buzzing for you. Had a lot of time out of injury, not only back on the grass here, back on the pitch as well against Borehamwood. How you feeling? You must be buzzing.
Yeah, I'm so happy. I mean, like you said, it's such a long time out for me personally. Never had an injury like that before, and just to be back out there training, playing, it's unbelievable.
I saw you not long after the injury, and you were in surprisingly good spirits. Like, how was it though at the start?
We wasn't really too sure at first, like how bad the injury was. Yeah. You know, I was hoping it was maybe a couple of weeks, sort of thing, and then after I got the scan, it was a bit of a shock to me. Like, I needed surgery to repair it, and yeah, I think after that it really like hit home, sort of thing. You know, I have to get my head around that I won't play for it again this season. But you know, I think look back on it now, it's actually gone quite quick. But at the time, it was just like day to day, week to week. It was like ticking of one off as I go. Was
it hard as well with the boys were doing so well on the pitch, not being able to be involved? Yeah,
I think that's one of the toughest things. Obviously, you want the boys obviously to do unbelievable, but at the same time, it's like you want to be part of that. Yeah. And you know, even day to day, seeing them train outside, I'd be sat in the gym on the bikes, like staring out onto them. It's sort of like, you know, I wish I was there, but you know, these things happen.
And obviously, it'd been your first taste of Premier League football, so imagine that's hard. And how did you feel you'd kind of done in that period, in that start?
Even being honest, like with myself, I'm not so good, really.
Really?
Yeah. Not as I planned out how it would go, really. I mean, again, down to injuries, down to a bit of form as well, obviously. Yeah. But like I say, again, these things happen. I'm probably the biggest critic of myself.
I was going to say, I think you're being harsh on yourself here, mate.
You know, I think that's just the way I am, and yeah, that is just the way I am.
And look, we talk about this summer. A lot of the boys are going away, and look, I know you got a bit of a break, but and maybe the internationals didn't get loads of break. But for you, I guess, were you in here?
Yeah. So I think summer-wise, I had maybe 6-7 days off, and then weekends as well sometimes. So yeah, it was basically just working to get my knee right to be ready for the start of the season, and start of pre-season as well. So you know, I wouldn't change a thing. Like I'm back now, I'm back training properly. So I'm very happy how it went.
But was that hard again? Like,
yeah,
because I imagine there's not a lot of people in either.
Yeah. No, it is. It's, you know, it is quite tough. I think mentally having to deal with it, but knowing at the end of it I would be back and ready, then my full focus was on that. I wasn't bothered about, you know, time off. I'm just happy that I'm back now.
And fair play, I guess, as well to the medical staff, because you're coming in, but they're coming in with you every day.
Yeah, literally. You know, I think suck it in turns every week to come in. I think I disrupted the summer a bit for them, but no, I'm thankful for them, and you know, they've done the work with me, and it's paid off.
Another person that I know you spent a bit of time with is Michael Coolfield. I've seen you on the bench with him and walking around the training ground with Paisley and his dog. So what impact has he had on you in that period, and how useful was he? Because like you say, I imagine it was a really tough time. Let's get it right as well. You're a young lad that's away from home as well.
Yeah. Like,
how useful was it being able to speak to Michael?
Yeah, I think, as you know yourself, speak to anyone about Michael. They'll all say that he's just an absolute legend, really. You can speak to him about anything. You know, it don't really have to be about how you're feeling mentally, but anything. Like, you know, we used to go for walks once, twice a week just to, you know, sometimes clear my head how I'm feeling, sometimes just see how the week's gone. And yeah, he helped a lot.
Amazing. And how's it been being amongst the boys again? Because for you it must be like, oh, everyone's home again.
No, literally, yeah. It was like, I felt like I was meeting them all for the first time again. But no, we're just so happy that I could be back with them and yeah, back training with them all again.
How's pre-season been? Because I've watched a few of the sessions, mate. It looks hard.
Yeah,
People talk about the 1K, but in general it's hard.
In general it is very tough, and then when you put the 1K in there as well, you just it's an absolute nightmare, isn't it? I think everyone comes in pre-season and they focus on the 1K test, thinking like, we need to get through this, do it well. And to be fair, all the lads have done so far. I think all the lads have done unbelievably well in it. But then again, you talk about training after that, like how tough it is, and yeah, it's just
you're back in talking to me now, aren't you? Another person obviously that's come back is, and I want to speak about him, is Ben Mee. I know you're close with Ben, and it's really good to see. When Nathan Collins joined, I spoke to him and said, obviously you're a teammate of Ben, and he said he was brilliant with me at Burnley as a young player. Yeah. You're close with Ben. What's it like having someone like him so close, who's clearly a very good mentor to young players? Yeah,
obviously, you speak about his leadership. First of all, like on and off the pitch, he helps me as a young lad. He helps the other lads as well. But no, I think just having someone there to be able to speak to on that level, when I need help, when I need advice, he's there for me. And you know, I won't mention about the darts game, but
we've all seen it.
Every single week I beat him, but no, that's good.
How have the new lads settled in? We mentioned Nathan there, Nathan and Mark Flecken. How have they integrated into the squad?
Yeah, very well. To be fair, I think with Mark and Nathan, it was maybe the first session today I've actually trained with them, obviously because of internationals and different timings and stuff. Yeah. But no, again, around the place, great lads, settled in straight away, so no, I'm buzzing for them.
Have you given Nathan a bit of banter for your nutmeg?
I'm scared to. Imagine I go out the train which clamps me.
So you've not mentioned it to him at all? No, he hasn't brought it up either?
No, I think we'll keep it that way for now.
Amazing. And look, obviously, Borehamwood in the week, back on the back into a competitive, semi-competitive game. How did that feel? Because you look lively, mate.
Yeah, it felt really good actually. I spoke to Ben actually afterwards, and I just said to him, like, you know, get used to the little knocks and bumps you get during a game, and just getting that feeling back of it really. But yeah, it felt good to be out there. I enjoyed every minute of it.
Yeah, next off, of course, USA. You've never been, have you?
Never been.
What are you expecting?
Heat. Heat, honestly. No,
you struggle with the heat, didn't you?
Yeah, I do. Really bad, actually. No, obviously it's going to be hot out there, and topped off with how hard the training is going to be. I mean, put them two together, and like I said before, I'll be in the corner somewhere.
You know, though, as well, when it's a training camp, this ain't going to be like it's. Do you mean this is 2 weeks intense work, isn't it?
Yeah, this is the main part to get us ready for the season. You know, I've heard how hard it's going to be and how hard we're going to be worked out there, so I am looking forward to it, to be honest, and getting fit and keep going with it.
How do you think they're going to take your accent? Do you think they'll be able to understand it out there?
I don't have a clue, are they?
I struggle sometimes.
No one knows it. Yeah, never mind.
Well, we're staying in Washington, of course, for some of the trip, and DC United, Wayne Rooney's the gaffer there. He's one of your heroes, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely love Rooney growing up.
Yeah.
So.
Do you want me to hook you up while we're out there?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'll put a word in for you. I must know someone that knows you somewhere. I know no one, is the problem. But also, while we're out there, obviously, it's going to be an opportunity to meet a lot of USA Brentford fans, which is, for me, growing up, mate, when I supported this club, is unheard of to think of. How amazing is that going to be to meet so many of them?
It's crazy, really. You never really think about, you think about your fans in and around the club. You never really think about, like you said, in America. So, I think that's going to be unbelievable for the club as a whole, really.
There's one out there that is a big fan of yours, actually.
You want to wind up?
Nah, I swear, I promise you. And you're going to think I am winding him up now, but when I say what his name is. So there's a Brentford fan called Brent Ford, right? No, I swear. And we had a chat with him the other day, and we were like, who are you looking forward to seeing out there? And he said you, because so he collects cards, and he's got 4 of your cards signed. Yeah. In like little glass frame. This is the.
You must not be having me on.
I'm not winding you up. I'm not winding you up. How mad is that? So he's Brentford fan, he's called Brent, and that's why he supports Brentford, he's called Brent Ford, basically.
Swear to God.
I swear to God. So, look, if I got a Rooney, you might have to go and meet Brent if that's all right.
100%.
And I promise you, it's all true. Mate, look, I can't wait for the trip next week, and I'm just so happy, mate, that you're back in amongst it, because I know how hard you've worked, mate.
No, thank you, appreciate it. Thank you. His name's Brent Ford. Well, like it's spelt the same but halved. I don't know if
I swear.
This is true. I promise you.